It's time to start thinking about how to stay safe digitally, online, all the online banking that you do, the exchanging of money. Brian Marshall is joining us now from VNet. We've been talking about smishing. That's basically what this is. You have a new story that really hits home.
It does. And so, when we talk about smishing, we're talking about getting a text message or an SMS message, that is not real.
Yeah.
So I've always told you, if you get that message, you need to take things seriously. At the same time, don't panic, don't go crazy. But so you get a message, and in this case, somebody got a message about their credit card has been compromised. So they get an SMS message, which banks don't send SMS messages for that, by the way.
Right.
But you get that, and you look at it and think, uh-oh, what am I going to do? Well, Brian told me go to the number on my card,
right,
and I'm going to call that number. So we do that. We call that number. We get into we call in what we think is the bank, or we're talking to the bank. Well, in this instance, and talking to the bank and whatnot, somehow we got transferred to a fake fraud department. So why did this happen? I honestly don't know the answer. It could be that there's something going on at the bank and somebody has hacked the phone system.
Yeah.
It's more likely that there's just a bad actor working at the bank who probably sent that initial text message and then is
an inside mole.
Yes, which is terrible. So we can't just, everything's not a conspiracy, everything's not terrible. What we need to do as the consumer is we need to be very vigilant about when we make that call, what questions are we being asked, what information are we divulging. So when you're talking to that fraud department, they say, well, can you give me your social security number? Well, no.
No, yeah.
But I know my last four, why don't we exchange that? Is that good enough? Oh, well, why don't you tell me hold on a minute.
Yeah.
They need to prove who they are before you're gonna do anything. You're asking them to turn something off. You need to be certain while you're sharing information that you're not oversharing, because these bad actors are very, very good at getting you to give information, and once they have a little, and whatever information you've left out there about yourself online, your Facebook pages or whatever has stuff about you, they can piece that together, and all of a sudden they sound like they know what they're talking about.
Okay, so if they get your information, what do they then do with it? I know we all say you don't give any personal information. What do they do with it though when they get it?
Well, they probably sell it, right? Because information is worth some money. But what they're really doing is, if I've got your social security number, I can open up accounts on your behalf, and I can try to do that. So it's all that identity theft, right? It's real. So we want to protect that stuff the best that we can, and we don't want to be the source of the leak. So we don't want to tie pieces of information together.
Right.
There's digital breadcrumbs out there about all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
People can go out and find just about anything. We don't want to be the last piece that ties it all together to allow them to open up a bunch of stuff.
So giving that address, giving that birth date, giving that phone number can lead to your social security number, possibly.
All those things tying back together to prove who you are, so now they've got the total picture.
Right.
So if I'm trying to open an account, I can do that. So very careful with what you share.
Yeah, so again, when you get those alerts, thanks for your charge or thanks for purchasing this, and you think, I haven't done that, go back, check your account, see if it's been charged. Yeah. Let it breathe a little bit, but always go back to your bank, your card, your institution, and maybe do it a couple times to get a different person.
I would not panic. That's the first thing you've got to do. It's your credit card. You've got protections in place. I know it feels very personal. $20,000. Well, I don't have $20,000. This is a terrible.
Yeah.
Take a breath. Don't panic. Take it easy. Then be with a clear head answering questions and asking the right questions, making sure they really are who they say they are.
Good. Brian, good advice. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Coming